This is Romo Dunze, and you're listening to the Ballsville Podcast.
Thanks so much, man. Appreciate it.
And now, your host of the Ballsville Game Podcast, Scott Fitzgerald.
Hey, Scott, what happened there? It just ended. It just ended. Can you not hear anything?
I didn't hear the music.
Weird. Okay, well, it just ended. Now you're good to talk. They couldn't hear you before.
Oh, you couldn't hear me before?
No, the music was playing.
Oh, see, I didn't get the music on my end.
That is very odd.
Yeah, I didn't hear it at all.
You need to get a laptop.
All right, welcome
Use that thing. It's not working.
Like I said, you can find me at runthehurryup.com or Run the Hurry Up on Sleeper. And this episode is brought to you by theballsvillegame.com. Our games combine fantasy football and poker, which create big payouts with great odds. All right, welcome on in. We got a big show. We have Sean is not in today. He has family things to take care of, so we will go without him. But we have our panel, which is my co-host. She crushes Justin Herbert. She's on the West Coast. She is also our producer. She is Sarah M21. What is up, Sarah?
What's up, everyone? Good to be here, as always.
And coming in from West Florida, he is my big brother down there, a fellow Floridian. He goes by Jimbo's Bimbos on Sleeper. What is up, Jimmy?
Oh, not too much. Just here and excited about the pod.
All right. So sorry for the little technical difficulties to start, but I couldn't hear much on my end, but we are good to go right now. So I want to welcome in some people in the chat. It looks like we're going to have a pretty big crowd today. Let's see. We'll scroll through it. We got El Presidente. We got Ethan, who's always in. We got Trevor Silva. What's up, Trev? We got LGBTV out and about. Anyone?
I love that name. It's awesome.
We got Fran. Fran's in there. We have, who else popped in here? Oh, Lisa. Lisa's in. Jimmy's wife. What's up? We got Kevin Rhodes. Yes. Rip Jim Irsay. He died. If anyone doesn't know, Jim Irsay passed away this afternoon. So we got Colton S. Welcome in, and Short Stack. Welcome all in. I'm sure some more people start rolling in here. So anyways, so what we're going to do today is we are going to give away a free big game. If you go ahead and punch in rookie in the chat, you will be entered into a free drawing into our $7 best ball big game. They're very fun. We are launching Division 4 right now. Division 3 just ended or just filled. I think they're drafting now. So Division 4 will be opening up soon. And so we're giving a free giveaway for that you can use for any big game. So that's where we're at right now for the big game. Also, the next 3 gods are going to be launching for the triathlons. We just finished one draft. Osiris will be going over that draft board today, and we will also be drawing today's Selection Wednesday for Aries and Mars. So those 2 leagues will be selecting your draft positions, and make sure when you find out if you're in light or dark, because the league's going to split into 2. You can either stay in both leagues and you can follow it all year, or if you're like, I'm not in this one, I don't even want to be in here, then go ahead and leave that one and get to the one that you end up being in. So also tonight, once I get everyone set up in the leagues, be on the lookout for a post. I'm going to post a poll. You can go ahead and vote on what month you want to draft, whether it's the end of this month, June, July, August. And then once we get that vote, we'll figure out, I'll put another post up for which day you guys want to draft. And obviously the majority rules. So if for some reason, if you can't make a certain day because you get voted out, we could always move you around. We're pretty flexible that way. So also we want to introduce you guys. I know Connor might be a little late today, but Connor and JoJo put together a Rookieville video that they're going to start playing twice a week. It's on YouTube right now. You can find them. It's a very good show. They did picks 1 through 12 in what they in the rookie drafts. So it's very entertaining. They do a great job. Maybe not as good as we do, but I mean they're learning. But it's very informational. They do a really good deep dive into these players, and I was very eager to see where they rank some of these rookies in their top 12, and then they're going to do twice a week. They'll update, like, so next week they'll do round 2, next week round 3, and then they'll get into some deep dives, guys that you could potentially pick up on free agency and stash away on your taxi squad. So they do a great job, and definitely look forward to more episodes. So other than that, let's get into our first triathlon. It just ended actually today. This is Osiris Light. So like I said, we divided into 2. So these 12 teams were divided from the other 12 teams who are going to be in Osiris Dark. So eventually when we get to the best ball bracket, the top 8 teams in each bracket or in each side, the light and dark, will all combine into the 16-team bracket. So we'll look at this is the first draft board. Actually, it's the first time I've really kind of looked at the whole thing in depth. And I'll go to Sarah. Sarah, is there anything that sticks out to you possibly in the first 1 or 2 rounds? Now, before you get into it, I just want to explain that this triathlon league is it takes a lot of it's a thinking draft, because you have the bye weeks that you have to take in consideration. When you get to the guillotines aspect, you want to make sure you don't have multiple guys off that week, because if you have one bad week in the guillotine, you could be out. You also may want to incorporate some stacking. That way, when you get to the best ball section, you're in that stacking mode. So it's an awesome format, because you go from redraft to guillotine to best ball. So you really got to put your thinking cap on and really dissect the draft. You might see some picks where you're like, why did that guy take that guy there? He could have drafted this guy. This guy's ahead in ADP. Well, he might not have taken that guy because of his roster build. He went with a guy that, maybe he's on a different bye week, or he wanted a later bye or an early bye, and he didn't want to buy during weeks 9 through 12 guillotines, so he went in a different direction. So, so Sarah, is there anything on here that sticks out to you?
Yeah, well, I just had to say that it's nice to see Pat Mahomes going in the first again. Nothing looks odd or out of place, so to speak. Everybody's kind of going where they usually go. I don't know. All I have to say is that it's nice to see Pat going in the first round again, but everybody looks like they're getting their pretty evened out like teams here. I mean, it's really interesting to see Connor over here not getting any quarterbacks until the 5th round or 6th round or something. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 8th round. He didn't get a single quarterback to the 8th round. That's really interesting. He's going like low quarterback, quality here and taking some risks.
Yeah. What about you, Jimmy? Is there anything that sticks out to you?
I'm surprised to see the confidence in the rookies this year. A lot of guys are having a lot of confidence in these rookie running backs. To me, past years, you didn't see too much confidence in rookie running backs as you did per se with rookie receivers. It just pretty surprised to see some of the rookie running backs being taken.
Got you. Yeah. I mean, not to pick on Connor too much, but you play silly games, you win silly prizes, and his prize was Tyler Shook, Joe Old Man Flacco, and Spencer Rattler. So those were his prizes at quarterback, and he needs to he's probably banking on getting to the guillotine and hoping that he's not last, and he can pick off some quarterbacks from a team that gets eliminated. So it's a little bit of a gamble. I don't really like to play that game, but there's different ways to skin a cat, and he loaded up early on some really good players. So the interesting thing about this is at the end of the year, we're going to know if if it's worth waiting on quarterbacks and super flex, or should you get them early and wait on other positions. I like to get my quarterbacks, pretty early, and a few people got their quarterbacks early. I'm usually the one that seems like I always draft my third quarterback before anybody else, but and I try to stay away from, I try to draft like my RB2 later. But I was pretty happy with, with my draft, the way it turned out. And I agree with Jimbo. I'm not crazy on drafting rookies, but there are a couple rookies I think that are going to make an immediate impact, like Travis Hunter and like RJ Harvey. I think they're going to they'll make immediate impacts for their offenses. So I don't mind taking rookies that have really good draft capital and go to a nut spot. I don't mind investing in a little bit in those guys. So some other teams that I actually really liked is this the one TB's in? No, not that one. There was somebody that drafted pretty good. Let's see here. Is there any team that what's your favorite team, Sarah? I need to look at this a little bit more.
Okay, yeah. Let's see here. I had to do a quick look around too. I really like. I actually really like Cheeky Hobson's team. He's got a lot of solid guys. I mean, even though he didn't get like a lot of stud wide receivers, like after London, I really like Cup this year, and I really like Pickens, and Shakir could go off. But I mean, we're looking at like, not needing to, you just need to not be last. And I don't think this type of team gets last. You know what I mean? And I think this type of team has an opportunity, and that's just off of really quickly looking at a team.
Yeah.
What about you, Jimbo?
Jimbo, what about you?
I like the 12 hole. Sorry for cussing. He's got a pretty good team.
Well, he thinks it sucks.
Yeah.
He was a little worried about. He was a little worried. I remember him in chat saying, "Oh, I screwed up. I shouldn't have taken the two quarterbacks, and I should have went with somewhere else."
No,
I was surprised that he did let CD Lamb drop to me. I didn't think. I thought I was going to be in a position where I was going to have to go like St. Brown. But when Lamb was there, it was pretty much a no-brainer. But I don't think I don't think it's a bad thing to load up on quarterback right away, because he did end up getting some really good players. I mean, he got Derrick Henry,
yeah.
He got T. Higgins. I love Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is going to be a top 10 receiver this year. You could book that.
Yep.
In that. He was able to get Ken Walker, Montgomery. I'm not crazy about Waddle. Rodgers.
That's a good team.
Rodgers a good third quarterback. He's going to play.
And even if he doesn't, he can pick someone off later off the waivers, because his top two there are probably going to get him just if they stay healthy. He's not going to need Rodgers for anything, right?
Yeah, he waited a little bit on tight end. I probably would have taken Evan Ingram over Calvin Ridley in that situation, just to solidify.
Yeah, but you got to understand, Ridley's going to be the number one with a new quarterback. So, there's not much for receiver outside of Ridley there.
It is a good pick. He had Waddle before.
Point, but that's his fourth receiver. So he didn't really have to go there. Like I said, Ingram, I like Ingram in that new offense. So, it's here or there. So yeah, I kind of like Chris's team. Even though he didn't really like it, I kind of like it. I love Bo Nix, and Mayfield's very underrated. So another team that kind of stuck out to me was Jimmy Wojo's. I think Stroud's going to have a comeback year. I love Terry McLaurin in that offense. Joe Mixon's still solid running back. You got Devontae.
Oh, yeah.
You got old man Kelsey. You got Travis Swift.
I think the other thing to look at too, Scott, is a lot of these guys, including myself and we're all in multiple leagues. So I think you're going to see some diversity amongst everybody with different strategies and different leagues. Going one way, I know I did, going different in each league to kind of get a different strategy to see what works, experiment.
Yeah, no, and I agree 100%. Yeah, and that's why I said, in my opening that, you're going to look at some of these, these players, and you're going to be like, why did you take this guy there? A lot of us are in the same league, so we're diversifying a little bit. I know in 2 leagues I have the 11 hole, and both my are a little bit different because I didn't want to load up on one guy. So another interesting, I wanted to see where Janty went. Looks like he went right where it looks like he's supposed to go, right at the end of the second. But he did go ahead of Bucky, Chan,
Williams,
Jonathan
JT.
Williams, Hall,
And he has been too. He has been a lot.
So that was interesting. Going that early. I understand it's going to be kind of a volume play there. So let's see let's look at the receivers. Let's see where some of the other receivers went here. Does anybody see? I have a hard time seeing this board. Did anybody see where Ted?
Yeah, I have a hard time seeing, the
Oh, okay, I see. So
the bye weeks. I can't really see.
Yeah,
I don't
Connor
have them all
took Tet
memorized
in
yet,
the
but
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds. So Connor took Tet in the 6th round. So he was the first rookie to go off the board, receiver, and he went ahead of. Looks like he went ahead of Ayuk, which is understandable. I don't think I take him over Devontae Smith. I still think I take Devontae Smith. I still think I take, believe it or not, I still think I take Cortland Sutton over him. What about you, Sarah?
I'm not taking Devontae over Tet unless it's best ball. But in that first redraft section, I'd rather have Tet. In best ball, I'd rather have Smith. But Sutton, I'd probably take Sutton over him. Or take Sutton over Smith,
What
too.
about you, Jimmy? Where do you have Tet?
well, without knowing how Bryant's going to be, I mean, Sutton's a man right now. I mean, Mims isn't really getting into too much of Sutton's stuff, but I do think Bryant will be. So if I could stack Sutton with Nix, then I would all day long, just out of a volume thing. Tet's going to be hard proven, with they got a lot of receivers to get through to make sure Tet's going to be. So I don't know.
All right, we got some more.
Thalen was his, was Bryce's security blanket. So,
and he's still there. So,
right.
All right,
and he's healthy. He's healthy too. So,
let's go in chat. They might have missed some people. So we got Chiefs Life. Welcome back, Chiefs Life. Love seeing Chiefs Life in here. We got Kent Jensen. Welcome in, Kent. Oh, it's Artful. It's Art. What's up, Art?
it's Art.
My boy Art. Okay, all right. Art's in there. Had a little.
Hey, Ethan, you can only do it once, okay?
Yeah.
Stop spamming the feed.
Yeah. We got Tanner Givens. Welcome in, Tanner. And TB76. There's Todd Barber. Todd Barber's always in. Todd always drafts a really good team. I always like Todd's drafts. Todd always puts together a nice squad. I know in one of these triathlons, I got him as in that league. I think he has the best team. I can't remember which one it is, but he's got a real good team in the one league that I'm in with him. So let's look at these. Let's look at these quarterbacks real quick. So, pretty automatic. The first 5. You can jumble them together between Lamar, Allen.
Daniels,
I think Lamar Allen and Daniels, I think, are in a tier of their own, and then you got Hurts.
Okay, but are you surprised to see Hurts go before Daniels? I haven't seen that yet this year.
I'm a little surprised.
I think the bye weeks are kind of dictating the quarterback flow.
But this is the first round, so it's not like they had to worry about a bye week yet, right?
Well, planning your whole team out. I mean, when you look at what Hurts has got for a bye week, is kind of, I think people are looking at that bye week for Hurts and saying, maybe I'll wait.
All right,
so
but he took Hurts before Daniels.
Right. Yep.
So anyway, I don't know. It's hard to plan because you don't know what anyone's going to pick in these crazy leagues.
So Daniels has a week 12 bye, which will be the last week of the guillotine, and Philly has a week 9, which is the first week of the guillotine.
Correct.
So, to me, I think I would rather have the late buy.
But what he
Then
did with Prescott, he came right back with Prescott, which has a 10-week buy. So he's just going to put, he's going to play that, Hurts, you can plan on Hurts probably running for more touchdowns than Daniels, probably.
Yeah, now that they didn't ban the tush push, more tush pushes this year. So
Dude, that would have been crazy if they did.
Yeah, so that helps out. So going down, and I agree with Sarah, Pat Mahomes should be a back end of the first round quarterback. Baker got some love, which I love to see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm real high on Bo Nix.
Mm-hmm.
Justin, I think, is about where he should be. I like him. I like to draft him a little earlier, but I think he's good right there. And then you have, Kyler and Stroud and Purdy. So I mean, to me, I think it goes. I think it's a good order of everybody. I think Dak's maybe a little depressed. I think he should be a little higher. What do you guys think of Dak? Do you think Dak should be over May, over Love?
It's tough to say. Some people are high on Dak. Some people think that he's going to be coming back with a vengeance. It's hard to say. I think Dak and Love, in my mind, are pretty even as far as like who am I going to take. It's like, oh, who do I have more shares of? I'll take the other one or something like that. But I do think Drake May could be a little like maybe could take him before Dak. I would definitely take. I mean, Goff before Dak, honestly. But they're all kind of like in that same tier.
Right.
If Dak has this good comeback this year.
In this format, I think running quarterbacks are more valuable than pocket passers, just because of the points. You're trying to score as many points in the redraft part, and and then you got your stacks too, which Love has potential for stacks to have better days than Prescott, but just because he's got more people he throws to. You're looking before Pickens got there, it was pretty much the CD Lamb show and the tight end.
Did I lose somebody?
No, can you not hear again?
Oh, what happened, Jimmy?
What's that?
You went out and in real quick.
Oh, okay.
Did you hit something on your phone?
No, sir.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe lost connection for a second.
Maybe. But no, that makes a good point. And then like I think sorry for cussing, Chris said in chat, which is a good idea. He's got a spreadsheet so he doesn't put all his eggs in one basket and too much ownership on certain players. So yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I didn't do something that extreme. I just made sure I had all the bye weeks and tried to work navigate my way through the bye weeks and stuff like that to try to get a well-balanced team.
And some people probably are only playing what's in front of them right now. They're just planning on the redraft part of it. And if they get through it, then they'll concentrate on the guillotine and then they'll concentrate on the best ball. Other guys may try to hold certain players, throughout the whole thing. Some leagues I plan on trying to get rid of some guys. And with this format, the bench is small. So, you're going to have better waiver opportunities than normal.
Correct. Yep. No, it'll be really interesting. It's going to be we did a pilot last year. Everyone liked it. So this is the real thing now. So we're really going to see how people maneuver through the different sections of the league. So all right, before we move on, is there any last notes or anything that sticks out at all or anything before we move on?
Well, that was pretty typical. I think everybody got like a nice even amount of everything. And, tight ends, usually most people only taking 2 in the triathlon because, you need your space for all your backups. So that's good. Yep.
So what we're going to do is the other triathlon leagues that are going, there's can't remember if there's 3, 4, I think there's 4 more or 3 or 3 more I think are still drafting or 4 more are still drafting. Those should be done probably by Friday, and Sean and I will put together an ADP for the triathlon that we'll share with you guys next week. So we'll have a nice 5-league ADP for you guys for next week. So, all right, let's get into some trade.
Did we want to run that triathlon the video?
We'll do that
before the trades. Okay.
We'll do that.
Okay, so okay. Gotcha.
Trade talk, Ballsville is excellent.
Oh yeah, Scott's favorite video.
No, I can't stand that music. If anyone that's new in the chat, go ahead and type in rookie in the chat room, and you will be entered into a free entry into our $7 big game best ball. So go ahead and do that. So I think we got some trades up for this week to analyze. How many do we got, Sarah?
Yes, we do. We just have 4 tonight, 3 Ballsville, 1 non-Ballsville, but the non-Ballsville features 2 Ballsville players. So first one up, we've got John Legs and Grizz Tony here. John gets Sam Darnold, Jalen Hurts, and a 108, and Grizz gets back Penix, JJ McCarthy, Marshawn Lloyd, and the 104. What do you think about this one, Jimbo?
Without seeing his quarterback rooms, I just on the surface, I would hope that Lloyd was in there for him for a handcuff with Jacobs. I like the 104 in that. I'm not a big McCarthy fan at the moment just because he's unproven. In the 108, I'd probably take the Grizz Tony side of this one.
What about you?
Yeah.
I'm just going to take Marshawn Lloyd just totally out of the equation.
Okay.
It's a non-factor. I'm looking at the best player in the deal, which is Jalen Hurts. So I like acquiring him. Penix is up and coming. McCarthy, I still think I think he'll be a very good quarterback, especially being in Minnesota with the coach there. The 104 and 108, I don't think it's that big of a difference. I mean, 104, you're looking at.
It is if you're needing running backs.
If you're needing running backs?
Well, yeah, because he's probably going to take a running back at 104 or a wide receiver. I mean, you could also get Hunter there,
Oh, you can get a running back at 108. I mean, there's no problem. You tell me you can't get a running back at 108? You can get Caleb Johnson there. I've seen a couple drafts. I've seen Junkins fall to 108.
Harvey could fall there.
You could, if somebody's aggressive with Harvey, they could go grab Harvey. I mean, so I've seen Travis Hunter actually. I think in one draft, I seen him drop to like the 107.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's crazy. So I don't think 104 to 108 is that big of a difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the John Legg side because I get the best player in the deal, Jalen Hurts, and I don't think that stepping back to 108 is that big of a deal. Sam Darnold could be a nothing. I mean, I'm not super high on Melrose like most people are. So if I can get a couple years out of Darnold, I guess I would take it. But regardless, I don't know. I don't think it's crazy, but I would take the Jalen Hurts side. What about you, Sarah?
Yeah, I agree. I would take the Jalen Hurts side as well. I don't think that drop from 1.4 to 1.8 is so bad when you're getting Hurts out of it. I do like Penix a lot, and I do also think JJ could be really good as long as he can stay healthy. But in general, I feel like John Legs likely will try to get Milrose somewhere in the late second or something. And Grizz likely has Jacobs or something, for handcuff. So, I mean, I like the trade for both players. I would just personally take the Jalen Hurts side. Because the 104 is nice to have too. So
yeah, and it's not. I mean, I don't think it's like super far apart. I mean, I like Penix too. I mean, I think he's going to be good in that offense. So I guess the big thing here is the development of McCarthy and where he, if he ends up. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to end up with a Jaden Daniels season, but let's say he's like Bo Nix light, this year. I mean, that could be pretty nice. And let's say Penix is, you know, right around that range too, like, maybe Bo Nix light also. I mean, it's not that bad.
His receiver core gives him a higher floor.
Yeah.
And also gives him, great potential just off his receiver core.
Yeah, and just to play the kind of Sean way of looking at this, like as far as how that trade maybe could have gone a little bit even better for Grizz since he was giving up Hurts, he probably, like I might even have said, like, get the 104 and all these guys, but don't, instead of giving up the 108, maybe give, if you have one, like an early second or something instead. And,
I would have rather have I would have rather have a reroll than Lloyd. Like I would have taken
take Lloyd out and
give me a third, give me
offer a second.
Give me a third, even if I got a third out of it instead of Lloyd. Give me a third.
Yeah, but not giving up the 108 would have been nice, especially since you're giving up Hurts, so it's like, but yeah, no, it's nice. All right, moving on. We have got JoJo and Dead Man's Soul. JoJo receives Calvin Austin, Jared Cook, James Cook, my bad. Isaiah Pacheco and Xavier Worthy. We're getting some Chiefs guys here. And he gives up Joe Mixon, Hollywood Brown, Deebo Samuel, David Montgomery, and Rome Wilson. So they traded Chiefs wide receivers. They traded Pittsburgh wide receivers, but it got a little, Dead Man got a little older with Mixon, Montgomery, and Deebo. And JoJo got a little younger with Cook, Pacheco, and Worthy. What do you think, Scott?
I mean, I think it's the old, here's a bunch of guys over here that are older. Take these guys, and I'm gonna take some guys over here that are a little bit younger. So I like the JoJo side. I think people are not as high on Pacheco anymore, but I still think he's a good back. Xavier Worthy's coming into his own. Cook is looking for that contract, so I can see him having another good year. Calvin Austin's just another piece, maybe a flex play on bye weeks or stuff. And then Dead Man Soul, he still gets Joe Mixon, which I still think that he has a lot of tread left on the tires. But I don't want any Deebo Samuel. I think I'm out on David Montgomery. I mean, you might get one more year out of him. Hollywood Brown just can't stay healthy. And Roman Wilson, ex-Michigan great. He hasn't really done anything in the NFL. So I like, the JoJo side. And I don't know, JoJo. I don't know if Worthy's the best player in the deal. I mean, it might be Cook. Cook might be the best player in the deal.
I think Mixon's the best player in the deal, but not for long term. Just in general, I think Mixon's going to score the highest fantasy points out of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still the jury. To me, the jury's still out on Xavier Worthy on whether or not he's a gadget receiver or he's a receiver that can run the whole route tree. And I haven't seen the whole route tree yet, so either he's going to develop in that or he's just going to be a one-trick pony. So I kind of disagree with JoJo. I think the best player in the deal is James Cook. What about you, Jimmy?
I'm taking Dead Man Soul side on this.
You want the
I mean, Mixon's going to play this year, and if he can stay healthy, probably another year. I mean, he's going to be around. He's not going anywhere. Brown kind of was a favorite last year with after he, being hurt coming back. Where Worthy was pretty much the go guy, the deep route. Brown was getting everything underneath. I am a big Deebo guy. I think Deebo just was not happy in San Francisco, and I look for him to do good things. Montgomery's Montgomery, and he's going to get red zones. Wilson was hurt all last year. I think Austin's a better receiver than Wilson, but I think the piece-wise, I think Dead Man Soul side of it, Cook, I always derate Cook a little bit because Josh runs the ball so much by the goal line. So I derate Cook, but I mean, I like Cook as a running back, but I derate him just in the red zone. So in Pacheco, I had a lot of stock last year in Pacheco, bummed out. I hope he bounces back, but I'd take Montgomery over Pacheco right now on a one-on-one. So I like Dead Man's side.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I actually agree with Jimbo on most of that take. I think Mixon easy has 2 more years of him like getting really good fantasy points. I don't think he's retiring next year, not even. I also like Debo a lot where he landed with Washington. I think they're going to use him a lot for running and gadget plays. I think he's a great player. I think Rome and Austin are just kind of those like, which one of them is going to end up wide receiver 2 behind
Well,
DK?
you got to remember,
DK.
Roman's a small dude too. I mean, he's 5'10", you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, both of them are kind of in the same position, right? They're in that position of like,
Austin's
which one of them's going to get more? Austin's already gotten some good looks, but you know, they're kind of a wash for me in this trade. Hollywood and Worthy. I mean, I'm not a fan of a lot of Chiefs wide receivers right now. So yes, I do think Worthy's probably going to get more points in the long run, and I think that he's a better choice in that. So, but that's where that evens out, right? Because I think Jared Cook for Mixon and Montgomery is a good trade. And I think that Ray Davis is still going to steal a lot of Jared's. Sorry, I keep saying that James's red zone like looks. I mean, he stole so many touchdowns from Cook last year, and it really pissed me off in a lot of those leagues I had him in. And I don't think that's going to change, right? They're both young, they're both healthy. Why not? Why not use both of them? So yeah, I like Dead Man's side because if you're in a win now situation, but I think they're both really good sides, but I am also not a fan of Pacheco. I don't trust him anymore. I don't trust KC to use him like that much. I mean, you know, they already had Kareem take most of his snaps last year, so I don't see that changing.
All right. Well, it looks like I got outvoted on this one.
That's okay. That's okay because it's not like JoJo got a bad trade, you know. I mean, he's still good.
Yeah, I just
like those win now players.
Yep. So, but
because you can always trade later, get rookies next year.
Exactly. Let's welcome in JoJo. JoJo did great yesterday on your guys' Rookieville. So, like I told everybody, you know, definitely check that out. So I want to welcome JoJo in. I think Cheeky popped in. Cheeky Hobson popped in.
Yes, he did. Cheeky, did you type in rookie? I don't think you did.
Rookie, guys, and you guys get in that drawing.
Yeah, get into the free drawing, y'all.
So, but yeah, so all right. Do we have another
one? Next. But there's a lot of people that disagree with me and Jimbo. They're really upset in the chat because everybody knows best. Don't you know? It's not just opinions or anything. There's facts.
You guys just pissed Chief Life off.
Good, because he loves his Chiefs.
Oh,
all right.
Sarah.
So this one is non-Ballsville, but it's got me and Grizz in it. Grizz just took over an orphan in a league that I'm in, and I really appreciated him doing that because it was a big-time rebuild team. So he is selling off his old men to me for some young guys and picks. So I got in the trade Derrick Henry, Tyreek Hill, and AJ Brown. And
right, so
I gave up.
You're competing then, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I won last year and I want to win again this year. So and I had 5 starting quarterbacks. So I didn't need one of them. I tried to pawn off A-Rich on him, but he really wanted Fields. So I said, okay. So I gave him Fields, Downs, Garendo, and the 1-5 for Derrick Henry, Tyreek, and AJ Brown. How did I do?
Okay. Let's see here.
I guess we should ask
on the face of this trade, you know, on the surface, you won by a large margin. However, I don't know how many picks he has in addition to the 105. If it was an orphan, he probably didn't have much. So
he had no pick, 0 picks. He has 0 picks. I mean, he's very sweet to take this. Yes.
And I'm assuming he probably got McCaffrey by taking Garendo. Sarah wins the trade by far, and you know, but it's a rebuild, so he's jumping out of it.
He's trying.
I
think he could have pieced it out and got more.
I think he could have got more for AJ Brown. because I don't think Josh Downs and Garendo is enough.
No.
You know, the 105 I wouldn't give up the 105 for Henry or Tyreek Hill. So like you're looking at 105 for AJ Brown. You know, maybe that'll work. I'm not in really on Tyreek Hill. I mean, I shouldn't really say that because I did acquire him in a dynasty league for 1 year, so I guess it's not that bad. I think Derrick Henry's a good value. I think this guy's not stopping. He's in a great offense. He's going to score a lot of touchdowns. But for a rebuilder, I would have liked somebody different than Garendo. I would have tried. I like Josh Downs. I like Justin Fields. You get the 105, so you get a nice piece there.
Well, here's what's funny. I offered him Pacheco. He switched it to DeGarendo.
He switched.
Does he got McCaffrey?
Pacheco. I was trying to get rid of Pacheco. Yeah.
Does he got
McCaffrey?
No,
I can't recall, but he might. He might have CMC.
I guess all I'm saying is if he would have pieced out those three assets with Henry, Hill, and Brown, if he had pieced them out and made separate trades on them, I think he could have came out with more value than this particular trade. Is all I'm saying. Did you have another
first round pick, Sarah? Or was that your only first?
That's my only first round pick. I have second. I have a no. I it's only a 3-round rookie draft, which I really like because then I can pick up dudes off waivers. But my team is just full of studs right now, but like older guys. So it's like I'm gonna have to make like a good run next year with like holding on to my rookie picks, maybe selling off some guys. I have a lot of like kind of mid to older guy studs now in this.
How many quarterbacks?
I have 4 now. I had 5 before. Now I have 4. I had
you're building just like I like to build.
I looked at my team. I was like, how did I get so many? You know why? Because Justin Fields wasn't a starter last year, so he was like, "Oh, let me look for you." My quarterbacks in this league are Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy, Geno Smith, and A-Rich.
Oh wow! So I would have. What if you wanted?
And I already had. It's a 3 running back league, and I already had A-Chain, Jacobs, and Bucky. And now I have.
What if he would have asked? What if he would have asked for Purdy instead of Fields?
Derek, I would not have done that. I wouldn't have done Purdy. It's Dynasty, and he just signed a big contract.
Some people are down on Purdy, but
not me. Not in Dynasty for me. In redrafts, I'm not, really super high.
I mean, you get a good floor with Justin Fields with his running. But
you don't know what he's going to do next year.
I saw a report today that he was like all over the field throwing the ball, like he wasn't very accurate. So I don't know about this guy. I don't know if he can survive just running the ball in the NFL. You got to be able to throw the ball a little bit. So I like Josh Downs a lot. So I don't know. I think it's kind of a win for both teams. I mean, you're contending. He's rebuilding. I wish he would have got a little bit more. Something a little bit better than maybe Garendo, but
he wanted him. But yeah, he must have CNC.
He wanted him. He must have CNC, or he must like Garendo a lot more than maybe I do. But so yeah,
I actually like Garendo, so I almost didn't want to give him up. He actually has Aaron Jones and Bijan and James Conner as his running backs. He doesn't even have CMC. So
wow.
What's up, Zoobs? Zoobs is in the chat. What's up, Zoobs?
Zoobs.
All right.
Okay, I got one more, and it is I kept this one last because you don't see 1-to-1 trades very often anymore. So I just wanted to pop it up as it showed up in one of our Ballsville leagues. And it's rootin' tootin' for Shakir. What do you think about that, Jimbo?
I guess if I don't know. I don't think I would have taken a rookie running back over a number 1 receiver for Josh Allen, especially going into already established backfield. I see where people are trying to go with Tootin, but not at the expense of a number 1 for Josh Allen. I take the Shakir side of this trade.
Okay, what about you, Scott?
Yeah, I don't think it's close. I mean, I think it's Shakir, but I did hear from a podcast that I listened to, and I trust the guys that talk on this podcast. they're saying that Tootin comps out to Devon Chan, so they like they like his tape. They said it reminds him of a Chan. This regime drafted him, so they're not tied. This regime is not tied to Travis Etienne or what's his name? Yeah, Tank. So that they have no ties to them. They didn't draft those guys. They drafted. So could this guy end up getting a role? They said he looks great on film. The analytics look good with him. So maybe this guy, sees the same thing that those guys said. I'm taking a chance on him, but maybe that's like a long-term thing, but short-term, Shakir's like Jimmy said. My opinion right now, unless somebody else steps up, he's Josh Allen's number one target. So, I want that.
I think Coleman will end up being that. It seems like Josh likes them short guys that run across the field.
He's into the short guys.
Well, I'm just saying he's a small receiver. He's not big. I think Coleman over the course of time will be the number one with what's there right now. And I would dare to say that, I just don't trust Liam Cohen after him leaving Tampa. Lawrence loves ETN. He was the whole reason ETN ended up in Jacksonville. And I don't think ETN's that bad of a running back. I just don't think he's had all that great of an offensive line. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see where they go with Tootin.
Yeah, as far as this trade goes, I'd take the Shakir side, obviously. There's no question about it. If someone is thinking that Tootin is going to come up and work his way up at some point and you want to take that risk, I think you can pay a lot less for him.
Yeah.
I just think that you could probably have offered a third or, maybe even a fourth, depending on who it is or when they took him. Because if Jerry also thinks Tootin's going to hit something, he's like, I'm not selling cheap. That's possible, but I'm definitely not giving up a wide receiver one until, I tried to pay a little less first and just see what's the lowest that someone would take.
The Buffalo receiver program is tough because he didn't really favor anybody last year.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and these are the type of trades I like. I like the 1-for-1s, receiver for running backs. I want a running back, and I'll give you a receiver, and I like those kind of things. And yeah, was it Jimmy Wojo makes a good point, Etienne's in the last year of his deal.
Tank basically took most of his job the second half of the year last year. So
and Tootin's, he graded out well and he looks good. So it could be something long term. But like I said, short term right now, explosive offense, slot receiver. I'm taking that. Those are immediate points. Those are immediate points week one where you're not getting, most likely you're not getting immediate points week one with Tootin.
Yeah. All right. That is all for trades, y'all.
Yep. So that wraps up trade. Oh, look, we perfect timing too. Perfect timing.
Hey,
Yes.
great show the other night.
Already,
Great show.
He's our good old boy from West Texas, our 2024 Ballsville Player of the Year. Good old C-Bomb. Welcome in, Connor.
Yep. Glad to be here.
And what movie did your girlfriend or your fiance drag you to?
We went and saw Sinners.
I heard that was really good, actually.
It was pretty good. We enjoyed
scary
it.
movie?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, it's a vampire movie.
Oh, vampire movie.
Bloody.
Yep. Okay. So we just went over the draft boards. We went over some trades, and you made perfect timing because I'm going to give you the floor, and I want to we've been bragging to everybody about you and JoJo and your Rookieville video that I watched last night. I thought it was tremendous. I can't wait for the next one to come out. So I'm going to give you the floor and go ahead and let everybody know about JoJo and yourselves' work.
Yeah, definitely. So me and JoJo, like Scott said, had put out episode 1 of Rookieville yesterday, and episode 2 will be coming tomorrow, and we'll do that for about the next 5 to 6 weeks or so, leading up to the NFL season. last week's episode 1 was about our top 12 rookies. Next week's or tomorrow's episode will be 13 through 24. And then after that, we'll go into more specifics. Like I think the first episode after that is like we're going to discuss the differences between Tyler Warren and Loveland. And then that's going to be like one episode. It'll be like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Well, the first one was about 35 minutes, and we're going to try to keep them under 30. We're really going to try it hard, especially like after our top 24. Basically, we're going to try to do them 15 minutes. That way you can just watch 1, 2, 3 of them at a time if you want to, or you can just watch one if you have, only about 15 minutes of free time. Just something shorter instead of these long form podcasts, just something short to digest. And yeah, so 15 minutes, 20 minutes will be quick. Hopefully this 13 through 24 is under 30 minutes. But we got to talking, and it's really hard when you're talking about something you enjoy to really keep it short. But like I said, 15 minutes every Tuesday, Thursday, hopefully around 6 p.m. West Coast time, 6 p.m. East Coast time. That we'll try to have them out every Tuesday, Thursday.
Well, just to give you like my take on your guys' podcast. I know you guys want to keep it shorter, but I like it. I felt the one thing I thought that you guys could have worked on with that was it did seem like you guys kind of wanted to like keep it going and kind of push through.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted more. Like I liked it wasn't like there was dead spots. Like you guys were actually coming out with like statistics and coming out like, okay, this player's going into this offense, this is going. So, I mean, I want to hear a little bit more of that. I don't want you guys to rush through it because you're not just rambling on like I do a lot, just talk about, weird things and stretch out the podcast. You guys actually had like important information. So I like to hear that stuff. If I got to listen to it for another 10 minutes and I know I'm getting quality information, I don't mind listening to it a little bit more. So yeah, don't feel like you guys are rushing through it.
Well, the reason we kept it like that is like that's like just our top 12. We'll get in more, like I said, more specifics. Loveland Warren is our episode 1. Then we're going into those middle pack rookies, Burden, Golden, and Buka. And then we'll talk more about the running backs, the quarterbacks. Like we're going to hit it all. But we're going to keep it, like I said, 15 to 20 minutes on each of those specifics. First episode was basically just an overview of what order we had it. Same thing with this next episode. So, and then another thing to announce, I think I put it in every Dynasty League I'm in, but if we hit 20 likes on the pod on episode 1, JoJo and I will give away a freebie to Division 4, basically Division 4, Division 5, whatever, whenever it comes.
Awesome. So that would be Division 5 big game. So that'd be a $7 entry. So that sounds really good. So I got a quick, I guess I maybe shouldn't ask this question because it'll probably be in the next podcast, but was it easy to put Caleb Williams in the top 12, or did you guys have like maybe RJ Harvey like right there, or
Caleb Williams?
I mean, what am I going? Caleb Johnson and then RJ Harvey.
Yeah. So like I said, we'll talk about it a little bit. We already have a comment from, I think, Jay Morris was one of the other guys. He really likes RJ Harvey. He's a Broncos fan. So we'll touch on that, on why we put Caleb Johnson over RJ Harvey. This next episode will be on this next episode coming out today. Or tomorrow, sorry. We're recording it today. But yeah, so that'll be on there. I don't want to tell you why just yet. We'll discuss it on there, and if you want to know the answer to that, we'll tell you.
Watch the show and find out.
Watch the show.
Love it.
I tried, folks. I tried to dig it out of me. Just so so definitely look for JoJo and Connor's work. It's very in depth. They do a really good job. Like I said, going through each prospect. They're not just going in there and just ranking their top 12 and calling it a day. They're really giving you some good analysis. And I was definitely looking forward to that. So
I got a question for Connor.
Yep.
Hey, are you was this pre-draft rankings, or did you guys take into consideration landing spots with these guys on how you rated them?
So it's
specifically
running back specifically. So it's it's after draft. So it's after it's basically what we're ranking them right now as we're doing it. So
you definitely got a landing spot in that. Range.
Landing spots in that definitely, and draft capital, all that is in that. It's just so pre-draft rankings, obviously, you're scouting them before they land on a team. That still goes into the equation because how we scouted them. That's just not the biggest factor. Obviously, landing spot. RJ Harvey is probably the biggest riser from landing spot in that. And then obviously you have other ones, Fowlers from landing spot as well. So
I'm just surprised to see how many of these rookie running backs are actually, being taken in best ball,
Yeah. I mean, best ball is way different than dynasty. So like RJ Harvey really has almost no competition back there with him. Caleb Johnson has Warren. I mean, Genty obviously has no competition back there. So it's going to be way different depending on who we're talking about, because just best ball value doesn't actually equal dynasty value. We could have, a Cam Akers situation or any of these other guys that produce year one that actually don't end up. Rashad White is another one that doesn't actually end up being big on that. So after year one.
Okay, perfect. And you guys are gonna record when, tomorrow, and it'll be out Friday?
Record today, it'll be out tomorrow, Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. We'll record today, and then it will come out tomorrow around 6 or so Eastern time.
Canceling tomorrow with
Catch it. Alex, do we have the first episode on the website, right? He's in the chat.
Okay.
He'll let us know. I think so. I think the first episode's on the website.
Okay.
And
perfect.
obviously on YouTube, but there's a link to it on the website on www.ballsvillegame.com.
Yep, definitely go there for all your fantasy needs. All right, before we get into the drawings for our triathlon leagues, if you haven't already, go ahead and chat. Post rookie, get you in that drawing.
We have 17 entries right now.
All right, you got some time. We got to go through these.
All
So
right.
we just filled up Aries, which is our second group of our gods. We also filled up Mars. So right now we have half of our realms completely filled. So 3 more will launch tomorrow. So we'll be looking for players for that. So if you guys we're only in 1 or 2 leagues and you want to get into another one, go ahead and look for those to be launched. What's up, Cyborg? Never too late for Cyborg.
Cyborg, type in rookie.
Type in rookie. Cyborg always types in rookie, and if he wins, he just gives it away. I think he did get in one. I think he did.
Yeah, he's in some.
Did he get in one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He is one.
Yep. If nobody knows Cyborg, he is our March Madness pool expert. Puts in a beautiful pool every year for us, and NBA. So we'll definitely look forward to those next year. So there he goes, typing in rookie. All right, so let's get the Wheel of Sean out, and we are going to draw.
Ooh, this is the Wheel of Sarah today, by the way. I made this because Sean is not with us right now. So this is the Wheel of Sarah.
All right, Wheel of Sarah. And there's all the names in there. And if any of you are new to this, we are going to spin, and we're going to go 12-1. So the first player will go to Aries Light. The second player will go to Aries Dark, and then we'll go 11 Light, 11 Dark, 10 Light, 10 Dark, and so forth. So
yeah, and if anyone doesn't see their name on here and they are in here, tell us right away, because I just looked at the leagues and I just wrote everyone's name down, and hopefully I didn't miss anybody. So
1 through 24, right, Sarah?
I got 24.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Let's do
Are
this.
we ready to roll? You got your pen and paper ready, Scott?
I have to write all this down.
All right, here we go. Is this dark or light?
Light.
Light.
This is
Andy 805.
Andy 805.
In
Number
the 12.
12 light.
805. So that was Aries Light. This is Aries Dark. dark side.
Dark.
We got Tux
Allen.
Allen.
Okay.
Right, Tux. This is 11 light. Definitely don't want another 11.
Light.
We have, this is
Sneaky
Zubicus's
Bull.
boy, Sneaky Bull.
All right.
Okay, this is 11 dark.
11 dark.
Dark.
We have
D-Gen Ethan.
D-Gen Ethan.
DJ Ethan.
10 light. Round we
Light.
go to
Zubicus.
Zubicus.
Zoo.
Zubs is right next to his buddy Sneaky Bull.
Whoa, how sneaky.
How sneaky. All right. 10 dark. We have Rhodes.
Roads.
Rhodes. All right. 9 light. And we got, it's
There
me.
you go.
Here we go.
Light.
All right.
All
Number
right,
2.
Scott. All right, over to dark.
Yep. 9 dark. We have
Dark.
Oh, who's that going to be? Tennessee?
Oh.
Tennessee Nick.
All right, back to light.
Light 8. We have Jenny B.
Yes. It's like it needs some lines on this thing.
I know, I can't. All right, we got 8 dark. We got Cheeks LLC.
How interesting to get a Cheeks and a Cheeky in our group, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. All right, 7 light.
Light.
Barlingo.
Seeing some new names in here.
I know. We're
Yes,
seeing
we are. I love it.
Thank you
love
for the
that.
support. Sparlingo. So 7 dark.
Dark.
We got Max Geo. Is that Max Geo?
Yeah.
Max
Max
Geog.
Geo. Yeah, thank you for the support. All these new players. Can't wait to get you guys drafting.
Yeah, really appreciate you.
All
Light.
right, 6 light. We got, is that Big Winner?
Big winner, 77.
Another new one.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
He
All
wasn't
right,
in-
on to dark.
He was in another. I think he was in one other triathlon. And
Dark.
who's it gonna be? Is it Cheeky?
I think it's Cheeky.
It's
Cheeky.
Cheeky.
All right. On to the light.
All right, top 5. Top 5. 5 light.
Light.
Is that Racer?
Yep.
X. Double X.
Racer. All right. 5 dark.
dark. And we got, looks like Chief's
Dark.
Life 13.
Mm-hmm.
Life 13.
4
All right,
light.
we're in the 4 light.
Yo-yo.
Yo-yo.
It's Yo-Yo.
Got JoJo. All right, JoJo.
4 dark.
4 dark. And we got Chris. Sorry for cussing. 3. We got 3 light.
Light.
Dennington 12. That's a
Haven't
new
seen that
one.
name yet. All right. All right. All right.
All
There
right.
you go.
They're in 3 dark.
Top 3.
There it is, TV76.
Dark.
All right. right, Todd Barber.
The master sniper, I hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta watch out for him. Light
All right, top
number 2.
two.
The Benninators.
Light.
Beninitas. Okay.
Okay, this is
Too
dark.
dark.
Jimmy's still out there.
Oh,
It's Jimbo.
Jimbo.
There it is.
Dark.
Finally get one on that end of the board.
No, every single one of mine's over in like 11 or 12.
Okay, this is the number ones on each side. So you got
Okay. Light.
SmackDown. T-Gibbs 23.
That's going to be SmackDown side.
Light.
All right, SmackDown, you're number 1 in light.
All right. That gives T gives the dark.
Dark.
T-Gibbs 23.
All right. All right. All right.
Okay, so I'll read them back to you guys real quick. We got on the light side, number 12, we got Andy 805. Number 11, we got Sneaky Bull. 10 is Zubikis. 9 is myself. Run the hurry up. 8 is Jenny B. 7 is Sperlingo. 6 is Big. What does that say? Big 77. I think he changed his name. What did he say on there?
yeah, it was Joseph Wynn 77.
Okay, Joseph wins 77. So, and then we got Racer X, JoJo. We got Dennington 12, the Beninator, and SmackDown is number 1. On the dark side, we got Tux Allen, D-Gen Ethan, Rhodes, Tennessee Nick, Cheeks LLC, Max Geo, Cheeky Hobson, Chiefs Life 13, Sorry for Cussin', TB76, Jimbo's Bimbos, and T Gibbs 23. So that wraps up Aries. You could either stay in both, or you can leave one and go in the one that you're supposed to be in, or you can stay in both and follow both of them. But make sure you go to the Aries Light if you're not in it already. And then look for tonight. I will be posting a poll to see what month we want to draft in. And then once we get a decision on the month, then I'll put up another poll for the day that we will be drafting. So definitely look out for that probably a couple hours after the pod. So looking like, do you like your spot there, Jimbo? I said you're in the
I
front.
love being on that end now. Yeah, I haven't had one on that side yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good. Yeah, I don't mind being that in the 9 hole, but this next one I'd like to be up top.
All right. You
How
got
about you, Con?
Mars.
Where's your favorite place to draft?
Kind of like the back end, I think.
And these leads and triathlon leads.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've been 2, and I think I've been in the same spot, both of them, like 7, 6, 7. I don't really know anything besides that. So,
But in general, do you like the turns, or do you like in the middle, or?
usually I like the back end. I like the 11, the 12 are usually my favorite spots. Last year, I think it was like dynasty wise, if you got like a top 6 pick, you're pretty good, or if you got the 12 spot. And then I think this year I'm really for best ball, or for the bid lead, I really like the 9 hole in the best ball league, which is basically the 11 and a 12-man league, but something like that.
Yeah, that's right, Zoobs. I'm gonna be sniping your ass.
Zoobs says he's in between his friend and Scott. That's a nice sandwich, Zoobs. All right.
I'll be sniping your there. All right, let's go to Mars. Same thing, folks. Light dark.
Let's go to Mars.
All right. Again, everyone, please make sure your name is on here if you're in Mars. I would hate it if I did something wrong here. All right. Here we go.
All right. Light 12.
12 light or dark, I mean light, right? Yes.
Light.
12 light.
Light.
Like what?
Bingo bango. Who's up? It looks like
Light.
Big winner.
77.
Big winner.
12 dark.
12 dark. Dark. Stag. Jimbo's
Oh, Jimbo,
Bimbos.
back where you belong,
Oh,
sir.
there. Back where you belong, Jimmy. Back in the
Well, I'm 12 dark.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy, I got the turn.
Light.
Light.
Yo-yo.
Jojo. Yo-yo. I love the little sound effects on this one. 11 dark.
Dark.
That Tux. So he was 12 in the last one. He's 11 in this one.
Can you guys hear the clapping on your end?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that coming
Yeah.
through? Sick.
Yeah,
That's the actual website doing that. So I wasn't sure if y'all could hear it or not.
I hear the little plink noise too when you spin. The little plink noise.
Yeah, the ding 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 ding. Yeah,
Yep.
nice. I might let that one roll instead of the drum roll. Oh yeah, are we on light or dark here?
We are light 10.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's
definitely.
so boring without
Definitely like the plinking noise.
it.
Grizz. We have a Grizz Tony sighting.
Sounds like the wheel before.
Yeah, right.
Grizz Tony's. Welcome in, Grizz Tony. He did really good in redraft last year.
Dark.
D-Gen.
Ooh, it's right in there.
Or is it?
Oh, it's
it is
D-Gen.
D-Gen, Ethan.
It's Ethan.
Dude, I love the clapping. If you listen, somebody goes, yeah!
Woo! Yeah.
Light.
Chief.
Listen. Yeah. That was it.
Ow!
Chief's life. All right. 9 dark.
Dark.
Hey,
K-Dog,
dog.
Okay, doggy dog. Okay, 8. 8 light.
Light.
You got my boy, Art.
Art.
Artful. Eight dark.
Dark.
TB76, Todd Barber. All right, 7 light.
Light.
Ooh.
Honor.
Oh, it's Z-Bomb. It's Z-Bomb. It turned.
No.
Oh, the Benonade.
Benonade.
Stuck in there.
What? Whoa. I don't know about that.
7 dark.
Dark.
Rick and More TDs.
I just want to say, I know that we've seen this name here a lot, but Rick and More TDs is very clever. I really like it. The more I kind of think about it.
All right, let's go 6 light.
Light.
Max Geo. All right. So let's go 6 dark.
Ah,
Here we go.
There you go.
with that middle spot.
At least you can't snipe me there.
Top 5, guys. Top light. 5 light.
Light.
805.
Andy.
805. All right. Who's sniping me? 5 dark.
Alex.
The
Oh,
ball's
Alex.
Be serious. I gotta deal
El
with
Presidente.
Oh my God. I don't like that. 4 light.
Light.
Cheeky.
Cheeky. Is that Cheeky?
Nice cheeky.
Cheeky Hobson. All right. 4 dark.
Dark.
Oh, we got. Oh, look at that. How convenient. Soul
Soul
Sleep.
Stealer. Another clever name and perfect for the dark side. Top 3.
We got 3 light.
Light.
Tackle box.
Tackle box.
79. And also, I think we also have to keep in mind that some of these are the names that are on YouTube. It might not necessarily be their sleeper name. So we might need people to let us know what their sleeper name is if it's different from these names here. Just kind of
Oh, you
throwing that out
didn't get these names off Mars?
there. No, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was thinking of the drawing. My bad. Never mind.
Oh,
Never mind. This is all off sleeper.
had a
I'm
heart
not thinking right now.
Had-
Yeah. No, that's the drawing. That's the freebie drawing. Sorry.
all
Okay.
right, all right.
Moving on.
3 dark. Don't do that to me, Sarah.
I mean, had to make it interesting.
Dark.
Simtropic.
Top 2.
Top 2. Who's left? I see Jenny B's in
Jenny
there.
B's gonna get up there.
Sorry for cussing.
Nice.
C-bomb.
Short stack.
Short stack.
Too late.
All right. Oh, don't put Connor over here. Far away.
Nope, it's gonna be Jenny.
Dark.
Got you number 1 spot, Connor.
All right,
Sure
Connor.
did.
Number 1.
You want,
You and
but
Chris.
Scott wants him to be in the light league.
You and Chris. I want
That's
to
Connor
get
right
far
here.
away from Connor.
Sorry.
away.
Oh,
Yes.
good. No, he got it. He did it.
He's on the light side.
But I do
All
gotta
right.
do, I have to deal with
It's
Chris.
just-
I do have to
yeah.
deal with Chris though.
Which just leaves Chris here.
Yeah, I gotta
Number
deal with
1 spot. Numero uno.
All right, you got the number 1. Connor, you like the number 1?
Yeah, I think there's an obvious choice there with bye weeks and stuff. So it's pretty easy pick.
Pretty big. All right, let's do the rundown. We got number 12 on the light. We got Big Winner 77. We got JoJo. Welcome in, Grizz Tony. We got Chiefs Life 13. We got Artful Dodger. The Benninators. Max Geo. Andy 805. Cheeky Hobson. Tackle Box. Short Stack. And C-Bomb. Pretty nice lineup right there. On the dark side, we got Jimbo's Bimbos. Tux Allen. DGen Ethan. K Doggy Dog. TB76. Rick and More TDs. Myself, Run the Hurry Up. Westlex. Soul Stealer, Simtropic, Jenny B, and Sorry for Cussing. I tell you what, that's going to be a very interesting league. There's some heavy hitters in that one, so that's going to be a real interesting league.
I didn't hear no heavy hitters.
I see.
I would just like to say that here in Ballsville, everyone that plays with us is a heavy hitter.
Yep, and everyone in that dark league better take quarterbacks early because me and Jimbo are in
Because
there.
Jimbo's going to steal them all.
Better look out.
Okay. If anyone in here has not typed in rookie, do it now because you're going to be out of the drawing if you don't.
Yep. And one more, just a reminder, because I know it might slip through somebody. If you're in, make sure you get to your leagues. If you want to stay in both of them, go ahead. If not, make sure you leave the one league and get in the league that you're in, so we can place you, and then put the polls up. And then if you could vote as quick as you can, we can get these draft dates set.
Ethan, stop it.
Promo time.
Let me just type in these names here. We go.
All right, if that
Some
doesn't
exciting stuff.
if that doesn't get you fired up to get in the next triathlon league, I don't know what will. So Alex did a great job on that promo video. Very proud of it. The next 3 leagues are going to be launched hopefully tomorrow and the next day when Alex frees up his schedule. He's a busy man, but he will definitely get those launched in. Oh God, I saw Aries number 3, wasn't it number 2? I told you, I knew somebody was going to see that. I knew somebody.
We were hoping nobody would see that.
We were hoping it would slip by you guys. So yeah, we got to fix that right there.
Oh, use.
Yeah. I always count on Chris. Sorry for cussing. He always finds our mistakes.
Stop paying so much attention.
Keeps us on our toes. Yeah. Stop paying attention. So, so that's our promo video, and then I guess are we ready for the giveaway there, Sarah?
I think this might be the most exciting part of the night for everybody.
Look at that.
Wow. Nice. Wow, that's a lot of names.
We got 23 Ballsville people in here. We don't even have 23 people watching, which means people put their names in and ran. So there's the thing. This is the one where people might not have the same name in here that they do in Sleeper. So if you're in here, your name gets picked. Please tell us what your sleeper name is if it's not the one that's in here.
Yep. So this is
so we're doing 2, right? Two giveaways.
I don't know. Are we?
I think Alex said 2.
Alex
Can we
said
confirm
2.
that? El Presidente?
Alex, right? He did. Well, President, he's feeling kind of saucy today, so he wants to give away.
He's feeling generous tonight.
He wants to give away 2 big game entries. Like we always do on Ballsville, we try to give free things away to you guys. So here it is.
I like that.
We have to do what the president.
All right. Y'all ready for number 1?
Yes.
Here it goes.
That wasn't a very but Chris wins it.
This feels right. That feels right. He's paying the most attention, so it just feels right.
He did pay the most attention, so
and he's here. He's here watching almost every week.
Chris.
So all right. One more.
Give that thing a spin. That was a better spin. Oh, we got a newbie. Kevin Rhodes.
And actually Rhodes is his sleeper name.
Yeah,
so I'm in there. So
yep. So all right. We got a newbie in there. So congratulations. Chris, you know how to collect yours. Rosie, if you want to collect yours, you could reach out to Westlex on Sleeper. Sarah, are you still running these games, or Connor, are you running? Who's running these games?
Connor's doing all the big games right now.
Okay. Reach out to Connor, CBOM18 to collect.
Me or Alex. I think Alex has been. We've been.
Alex will give him the ticket, and they'll give it to Connor in the league.
Yeah. I would DM Alex first.
Yeah.
And then, if I'm there, you can include me.
Yeah.
Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah. So that was awesome. So yeah, we want to get those big games filled up. So if you guys are interested in playing some more best ball, definitely get into the big game. They're 10-team best balls. You just got to win your 10-team league to move on to the wagering. Also, if you want to get into some more triathlon games, we'll be launching 3 more on the next day or so. So look out for those. You can go on the ballsvillegame.com or reach out to one of us in the triathlon hub and sleeper to get into one of those games. So very exciting times here at Ballsville.
We got a question here for Jimbo, and I'm wondering the same thing because I'm in this one with him and drafting right after him. What is your strategy taking 6 quarterbacks before even a wide receiver or running back in that league?
Oh, there you go, Jimmy.
I got to get creative with Scott being in this one, but yeah, you just never know with me. It can be anything. Yeah, it could be.
He says to trade with him.
Yeah, trade with. Hey guys, don't forget on the leagues that are done that the waivers will be open. You'll be able to trade.
Yes.
And
remember, you have $200 in Fab, and that starts today for the league that's done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's got to make it all the way through the season, especially through guillotine. So
Jimbo is selling all of his quarterbacks for Fab.
Yes, and yeah, and for some of you that are new to the guillotine section, you are allowed at any time. You don't have to wait till guillotine. You're allowed anytime to trade fab also. So you can trade for fab. There's a lot of skill and a lot into these triathlon leagues. So it'll be very interesting after the first year. So I have a question for Connor. Connor, how are you gonna? What are you gonna do with your quarterback situation in the Osiris League?
I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, it's redraft basically. I'm not too worried about it.
Okay. Was that your strategy to wait, or did you get kind of were there players that you?
Well, I mean, I was planning on waiting, but I wasn't expecting 11 out of the 12 to have 3 quarterbacks through 8 rounds. But I have the best wide receiver room and running back room in the whole league, so I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that? Okay. Hey, there's a lot of ways to skin a cat. So yeah, you can take quarterbacks or wait on quarterbacks. It'll be interesting. Like I think what Connor said before, it'll be interesting to see what format wins out at the end of the year.
All you have to do is get past week 9, and then you're fine. I'll have my fab because I don't have to waste any on positional players.
You know,
One nice thing is too with the small bench, the waivers will be bigger too.
yeah, waivers will be bigger. Yep. So so if you're interested in getting another triathlon league, they'll be launching. Like I said, big things going on. So we want to thank everyone for coming into the chat. Congratulations to the winners to the big game tickets. And until next week, folks, for my producer and my co-host, Sarah M21, for our 2024 Ballsville Player of the Year, Connor, and for my best friend, Jimbo in Florida, fellow Floridian, I am Run the Hurry Up on Sleeper, and I'm your host, Scott Fitzgerald, and we are out.
That's a wrap.